Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video, and welcome back here to the Auto Show. Yes, it's that time again. Now, full disclosure, I'm actually filming my little intro here later in the day. I've already gone around and seen a bunch of stuff. We're going to go still see some more cool things. I'm going to kind of walk around, just kind of show off the highlights. I guess if you come down to the show, of what you can expect. And I guess if you unfortunately can't make it out to the Auto Show this year, hopefully my video gives you a nice little overview of what there was to see, and I guess kind of what you can expect maybe for next year. Let me not ramble on for too much longer with this intro. Let's go check out some cars. I'll give you some info on a couple of things. Go check out some of the absolute highlights, all the craziness there is, and enjoy the video.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the
A 911 GT3 RS to commemorate the opening of Porsche Experience Center, Toronto. And there it is. Built in partnership between Porsche Cars Canada and the Zunderwitsch team in Germany, renowned designer Grant Larson led this design for a car to show just what's possible through the exclusive manufacturer program. This highly bespoke GT3 RS shows its motorsport lineage with a fully painted red and white Canadian livery that are the proportions of the Canadian flag. The interior is decorated in race text with an all-new houndstooth fabric that is specifically for this vehicle. All throughout this vehicle, you will see a lot of unique elements that pay tribute and celebrate the great achievement of the Porsche Experience Center, Toronto. This is a very special and exclusive Canadian 911, which also features its very own bespoke timepiece, a chronograph 911 GT3 RS, a special version of the timepiece that I'm wearing today. And now, while only one will ever be built, it is available to anyone in a 1/43 scale model. In fact, the model can be purchased through our new online shop, which will feature a collection of branded merchandise, clothing, and apparel.
Okay, so Tesla Cybertruck in front of us here, and I will say, admittedly, it's a lot cooler to actually see one of these in person. Don't know if I would call myself a fan of it still, but it definitely is a wild machine, as you know, basically that's what they set out to kind of try and do. But yeah, I don't know, let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the Cybertruck. Like I said, definitely a lot cooler to see it in person than it is just seeing it like pictures and videos online. But yeah, I don't know, it's definitely something that I think I would probably have a fun time driving. I mean, as much as you guys probably know how much I am not a huge fan of Tesla, but I've driven a couple of them and it's been a fun experience. So I feel like it would be a fun experience to actually drive one. So hopefully maybe here soon I can get something set up to drive a Cybertruck. But yeah, here we go. Here's our first look at this one here at the Auto Show. So up here now on the Ram stand, and we have a couple of the brand new 2025 trucks. So we have here, the black one here is the tungsten trim, and the silver one here is the sport trim. And if you know the old trucks, so for comparison, there's a 2024 right here, so you can see kind of, that's kind of the outgoing front end. So we can see the slight redesign on the front, a bit, I guess, less aggressive, bit flatter front, bit more rounded off. And then the old one, you can see there, especially on the bottom grille, how different it is. And one of the big talking points with the new truck is that gone is the V8 Hemi from the Ram lineup. So your top of the line trim is a V6, 3-liter V6, a twin turbo, but the 3-liter V6. There's also the Hurricane V6, which is a much higher output. But yeah, so I guess a bit controversial, kind of obviously end of an era with Ram dropping the V8 in their trucks, and even I've been hearing rumors of a new TRX or some similar variant that's going to have the Hurricane V6. So gone is the big the big V8 motors that we're used to. But we're going to come over here to the sport trim and just check it out on the inside. Yeah, as far as the interior goes, don't mind the beeping, the doors open, but not a whole lot of changes from what we're used to. It looks like a slightly bigger screen for the dash there. You still have the vertical 12-inch screen in the middle. Obviously a lot of nice storage down there, nice leather seats, still with the dial knob there for your drive selector. You see there we have the folding side steps, so obviously to help you get in and out of the vehicle a little better. We have the Harman Kardon sound system, and yeah, still, I mean, Ram is kind of known, probably one of the nicest interiors of trucks in the segment, and again, if you guys know me, you know how much I love these. But yeah, I guess big talking point is going to be the engine up front, of course, switching from the V8 into the V6. But if we look in the back quickly, we still have plenty of room back here. We have the seats that fold up, you got some under seat storage, and you still have the in-floor storage a little bit there, which Ram is kind of known for. So cool to see that still being here. And then obviously you can fold the seats up completely and have a whole flat back here to put whatever you need into, or obviously drop them down to fit some people in the back. Again, nice big bed per usual. And then we still have the big Ram logo on the tailgate. So real quick before I move away from here, just a quick demo of the side step. So you can see right now, obviously when you're driving or the truck is parked up, your side step is going to be folded in. But as soon as you open the door, you're going to see that side step fold out, so obviously you can get in or out of the vehicle a little bit easier. And then when you close up the door, you give it a couple seconds and it's going to fold away. We got a couple things from FAF Tuning. So we have a Tech Art Taycan back there. There's the Audi SQ8 e-tron here in front of us. We have the BMW i4 M50. Then we have a little lineup from McLaren. So of course, McLaren Artura, we've seen many times before. We have this, the 720 GT3 car, which just or a couple months ago in December, I believe it was, raced at the 24 Hours of Daytona. And actually, it's only going to be on display for a little bit. Here, I think it's gone after this weekend, maybe because it has to get down to its next race. So if you're headed down to the auto show, come here early if you want to see the 720 GT3, or enjoy the pictures and video that I've been posting of it. Get a slightly more close-up look at just how much more aggressive this is than the regular car, obviously because race car. You can see wider body, obviously more aggressive front end, of course, big fixed wing at the back. So yeah, definitely cool to see this. We're kind of reunited with the 750S, of course. If you guys saw about a couple weeks ago, I went over to the dealership and saw this along with the new showroom, but I won't bore you with the details. If you want to know more about it, you can check out my full 750 video. And we have here likely the rarest car we're going to see today, maybe at the auto show. So this is the SLR HDK, so basically a special product from MSO. Of course, the quick backstory, if you guys don't know, McLaren and Mercedes collabed on this before McLaren was kind of its own thing, building cars like this. They had the SLR, which was for its time awesome. Got the big V8 up front. We have the basically front side mounted exhaust, but then recently they started doing the HDK. So basically, if you're one of the lucky 12 customers, you could get your SLR, send it back to McLaren MSO, and they would do basically this bespoke package. So you can see now, none of the cars are going to be the same. Basically, they reworked the entire car. So you can see you got new wheels, we got I think a new carbon front splitter, kind of new front end. Power is up. You can see there 636 horsepower on there. I don't remember what the base is to start, but you got a number on the side which you can fully customize. Again, paint color you can customize. We got the new fixed wing. Alright, so before you guys rip me apart in the comments for not giving enough information on this, and again, granted, I am just going to read off the thing, but basically, HDK stands for a high downforce kit, so it's a bit of an homage to the old 722 GT race cars, hence with the fixed wing and the body style and everything. It takes a water body from what was already the 722 GT that they built before, so that was like kind of the rare version of the SLR back in the day. You had the 722. So I say they take basic inspiration from the old race car, put it in a street legal package that again you can buy. This one isn't currently offered for sale. It's I guess a commission from FAF itself. But yeah, pretty cool to see that they basically take, well, as McLaren, they take racing heritage and put it into a car. And it's even crazier to think that what was already a crazy car with the SLR and then the 722s, that they've now made even more insane by introducing the HDK. And in case you guys spotted and were wondering in the background of the video, that is James Hinchcliffe, former Indy driver, just casually standing back there. And then of course we can't come through here without talking about some other things. A couple cars we've actually seen in the past, but any day you get to see a Wyra is awesome. So we have the purple carbon Wyra Roadster here. We have the all black carbon fiber Wyra Coupe. And then in the back there, we have the Pagani Zonda R Liquid, which we've seen that car a few times before. So always awesome to see. But yeah, definitely cool to see this. And then when we saw the Utopia back at Drive Festival, they don't have one here right now, but it's going to be cool to start seeing Utopia in future as well. Obviously, the successor to the Wyra. Everyone, so we're after the lunch stop, after the lunch break now. Got to have a brief little chat and say hello and take a picture with Richard Hammond, which is awesome. Of course, growing up as a fan of Top Gear and more recently, of course, the Grand Tour, it was just kind of surreal and just awesome to meet him. And funny enough, yes, he is actually as short in real life as he does look on TV. So that was awesome. Currently, right now, I'm in the basement of the North Building, where we have a couple of race cars behind me, and the room just over here, we have a whole lineup of cool stuff. There's a Ferrari room just down the hallway. So in a second, we'll go in here. I'll show you guys kind of the highlights through here. Then we'll go through the rest of the show. I'll show up some quick highlights, some new stuff that's been unveiled, that's going to be coming to market soon that we can see, and then we'll wrap this up. I will be back at the auto show later, so I don't know if I'll film more, but anyways, let me stop rambling. Let's go and look at some cool stuff, because there's some really cool stuff in the room right behind me. So as I mentioned, there's a couple of race cars behind me. So we have a car here from Chip Ganassi Racing. So this is Dario Franchitti's car. It's a 2006 Dallara with a Honda engine. Here we go. I'll just show you guys everything you need to know there. I don't know if anyone's looking to buy a car, but if you do, it's $1.65 US. We have an Andretti Indy car. So another of Dario Franchitti's winning cars. And here we go. Here's kind of the quick stats on this one. And then we just come randomly through a door here. We have the Rivians. So we have the R1T, the truck, and we have the R1S, obviously the SUV variant. Now, I don't know a whole lot about Rivian. Of course, full EVs. Basically kind of a modular chassis, so you either basically pick the truck bed or the SUV bed. So kind of cool to see these. And I'm sure we'll see these running around pretty soon. They're kind of cool. Again, I don't know a whole lot about these other than that they're here now. They're cool. Would definitely like to spend a bit more time with them and learn a bit more. But if you're a fan of Rivian, cool to finally actually see these, kind of knowing what the company's gone through without you trying to get these to market. Whatever, but a couple cool features I can point out on here. I don't know if we can actually open this, but you guys might know that this entire panel on both sides opens up, and there's kind of like a storage space kind of between the cab and the bed. Of course, you still have the full usable truck bed back here as well, but yeah, this is like, I guess, an extra storage, which I assume locks, so I guess you can hide some valuables back there, and I guess unless someone steals your entire car, you're good to go. And then you have the SUV, which is basically a standard SUV, I guess. Once again, if any of you guys out there play Forza Horizon 5, you can actually drive both of these vehicles in that game, so it's kind of fun for, I guess, a little bit of an experience of how they work. And then on this side, we have the Autoshow magazine booth. So just to go down the line really quickly, 2016 Porsche 911 GTS, 07 Weissman MF4, 99 Shelby Series 1. We have a Dodge Viper GTS from 1998. We have a very original Lamborghini, well, two very different Lamborghinis here. Actually, we're going to see some new ones in a little bit. But we have basically an original Lamborghini tractor from 1964. And then we have this and Murcielago LP640 Versace edition. Standard black, but we have the little Versace logo on the side. I don't know, there's a slightly different pattern. That same pattern kind of runs through the middle of the seats. Of course, the rest of it is straight Lamborghini Murcielago LP640. So we got the fins out there, and obviously we have the amazing sound of the 6.5 liter V12 out of this. And in my opinion, the Mercy still the best generation of Lamborghini. The Aventador is cool, but there's just something about a Mercy. Then continuing down the Autoshow lineup, we have the Tumbler, or I guess a replica of the Tumbler, of course made famous in the more recent Christopher Nolan Batman movies. So this obviously not as big as the actual Batmobile, but still kind of a cool little replica, and just the fact that it's here. I do believe that this thing is like fully working, running, and driving. So it's pretty cool to see this. And again, if you guys know Stradman's friend Lambo Jesus, he has his own version of one of these, which is just absolutely insane. If we just stand here quickly down the line, we have a Porsche tractor. We have a 2006 Carrera GT, just an amazing car. We have a 918 Spider. Beside it, we have the whole Holy Trinity here. So we have a 918, of course, a P1, and a LaFerrari. And then we have here kind of the latest, craziest machine out of Maranello. We have the 812 Competizione. This one here, of course, being the coupe. They also have the 812 Comp Aperta, which is the convertible. And yeah, you can see all the crazy little aero fins at the back. No glass. You got a little rear view camera there. for the rear aero fin, but just, yeah, awesome 6.5 liter V12, 830 horsepower. Of course, naturally aspirated engine, of course, as I said, the most powerful non-hybrid Ferrari that they've built to date. And we have the brand new, the newest entry from Lotus, the new Lotus Electra SUV, full EV, so obviously a huge departure from the gas engines we've known in the past. Of course, they have the Avaya Hypercar as well, which is kind of their first entry into the EV world to kind of show what they could do. But now we have the Strickland effects, we have the Electra, the new family SUV, which you might think from Lotus, not something you would really expect, but that's the kind of name of the game now. Everyone wants SUVs, everyone's making SUVs. Of course, we see, Lamborghini has the Urus, Ferrari said they would never make an SUV, and now they have the Porto Sangue, and now we have companies like Lotus here that have the Electra, all electric. I don't know a whole lot about these at the moment. I definitely would like to learn more, but yeah, I just know brand new entry from Lotus, new SUV, full EV, and I'm sure down the line we're going to see whatever follows up from the Emira is probably going to be either a full EV or some sort of hybrid. This is a brand new model they just launched, the new Santa Fe Hybrid. So we can see this as a brand new model from Hyundai, which I believe actually just made its debut here at the show, or at least its North American or Canadian debut. So this is cool. Very boxy look, very futuristic look. And then as we get some, take a quick look at the interior. Lovely interior. Got a sunroof up there, all your digital displays. Looks like a very nice place to be. Nice leather seats, plenty of space in the back, 3-row seating, and it all folds down, so obviously lots of cargo space if and when you need it, or seating for it looks like 7 people in here. So that's awesome. So there you go. There's I guess the debut of the new Santa Fe Hybrid. And again, there's here. Looks like got lots of legroom in the back, plenty of cargo space back there. Of course, roof rack on the top, and yeah, very boxy look, but also very futuristic. And actually, I love the taillight design back here, kind of a little H in there, and yeah, awesome to see here from Hyundai. All right, quickly, we got this cool thing from Infiniti. Don't know anything really about this. It's called the Vision QE. It looks absolutely amazing. Kind of almost looks like a really sleek, like bullet, if I could say so. And yeah, I'm assuming this is full EV. Definitely, obviously, a concept of, I guess, what Infiniti can do in the future. But I imagine this is super luxurious. It looks awesome from standing out here. So if this comes reality in some time down the line, it's actually pretty cool. And then we have the new Nissan Z Nismo. There's been a lot of controversy a little bit over this car for how much they've jacked up the price, and basically the Nismo versus the regular version, there isn't a whole lot of upgrades, like at least nothing super significant over the regular car. I guess real quick, guys, if you're not familiar at all with the Nissan Z, so it has a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 engine, makes right around 420 horsepower. And well, the Nismo makes 420 horsepower. The regular car only makes about 400. So the Nismo is about 20 horsepower more. And with the Nismo kit, basically you get the upgraded brakes, upgraded suspension, new 19-inch wheels, some more aero work on the body design, and you get the Recaro Nismo seats. So again, as I said, not a whole lot of hosts of upgrades from the regular car, but I know people who've driven it say it does drive slightly better. So again, it's kind of a personal thing, whether you go for the Nismo and pay a little bit more or just get the regular one. One thing I believe that people were really angry about with the Nismo is that it only comes in an automatic with paddles. There is no manual option, whereas on the more regular or the base version of the car, you can choose between having the automatic or the manual. So I know that was the whole point of contention, but I mean, as fun as manuals are, I guess we kind of know for the ultimate track performance, the automatic or the flappy paddle gearboxes are a lot faster. I know Nissan was kind of chasing the best lap times, the best performance with this car. So on one hand, I understand not having the manual, but on the other side, if you want the best lap times and the fastest car, auto is the way to go. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments of the new Nissan, the new Nissan Z as a whole, and then the Nismo version. Would you want to buy the Nismo, or would you just stick with, I guess, the more regular base model of the car, and then I guess do your own aftermarket tuning to it? We have the little car company, so we have a little Ferrari. We got a Type 35 Bugatti. Looks like a Bentley. And then before we go in there to Grand Touring, we come here, we have the Pininfarina Battista, again the all-electric hypercar from Pininfarina, right around 2,000 horsepower in this car, all-electric again. This thing is awesome. Actually, I was excited to see this, I've never actually seen one before, and basically, I guess, if you want to compare this to the Rimac, this is kind of Rimac's, I guess, closest competitor right now in terms of just sheer power and just the way it looks and feels and everything. We have a Porsche by Zagato, and then we have this, the Himalaya, which is basically a beefed up Land Rover. Quick shot of the back end of the Batista. It's actually just a wild design. Of course, active aero wing back there. This thing is absolutely awesome. Hope to see maybe a few more of these running around in person. To finish off for today, we were in the Porsche room earlier to see the unveiling of a couple of things. It's closed up as well right now, so I can't get back in there, but don't worry. Like I said, we will be back. We saw a couple things earlier, of course, though. We can kind of see right from the door here, though, the 911 Dakars. Back there, there's a new Panamera in the back corner. Kind of hard to see, and then the new Taycan is up there on the stage, as well as, again, that world record car that we heard of earlier this morning. And then we have this, the Vision GT. So, of course, if you guys have ever played the Gran Turismo game, you'll know that this was a collaboration between Porsche and Sony to make this car, well, originally in the video game, but then to actually bring it from the video game into real life. And we have this right here, and I believe this is also maybe going to be kind of what the new Mission X or like the 918 successor could look like. I know if you've seen like the spy shots or renderings of the Mission X, it kind of looks a little bit like this, but yeah, this is really awesome to see. And again, we did see one of these at the Porsche Museum, a lot different configuration. This seems more like an actual like working prototype, if you will. But yeah, really awesome to see. Again, like they literally took this car from a video game, made it real, and now it's sitting here in front of us to have a look at the auto show. Alright guys, so I guess that's going to do it for this video. And unfortunately, I came back, I guess, a little bit too late to check out the Grand Touring room right now. But like I said, don't worry, I will be back. So we'll get a full tour of that room another time. We did see some new cars. So like, again, we saw the new Taycan, the new Panamera, the Porsche 911 Dakar in there. I showed you guys the new 2025 Ram 1500, which again, not the biggest fan that they went to the V6. I mean, I kind of get it given the way the world's going, but it'd be nice to still have the V8. But anyways, we saw the new Rams, we saw some new cars from Kia, the new Nismo Z, a bunch of other really cool stuff. Of course, the Paganis, the Pininfarina, Batista, Richard Hammond, James Hinchcliffe was here. So again, Media Day 2024 was awesome. That's gonna do it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.